It is sad, but true. The harsh reality is that Argentines do not know how to lose. The World Cup is over, yet Argentines keep throwing insults, degrading others, and making cheap excuses for their loss. A lot of people are completely fed up, including a legendary player like Zinedine Zidane. He is a player who avoids controversy at all costs, widely regarded as one of the most elegant figures both on and off the pitch. But he has had enough. Just like many other players, he cannot tolerate the injustice anymore, and he finally spoke up. He just took a massive, direct swipe at Lionel Messi, while also delivering a harsh, undeniable reality check to both Argentina and FIFA. Stick around, because this is huge. Yesterday, Zinedine Zidane spoke to a French newspaper for more than 45 minutes. But what really caught everyone's attention were these specific parts. At one point, the interviewer asked what he thought about the rumors circulating on social media that Argentina threw the match because they were threatened. The French star responded with respect. Ridiculous. It is just another excuse to avoid self-criticism. Obviously, if you cannot even beat Cape Verde cleanly, Egypt, or Switzerland, you do not stand a chance against one of the best national teams in the world like Spain. The interviewer asked what he meant by winning cleanly, and if he was talking about the refereeing. I know you do not like to get involved in those issues, but do you think Argentina was favored? Laughing, Zinedine Zidane replied, "You said it. I really do not like to get into that. By winning cleanly, I mean that they were never actually better than those teams. If you watch how their opponents played, they were superior. Argentina just got lucky at certain times. Call it the referee, or call it their opponents getting nervous. I do not know. I will leave it to you," the interviewer insisted. So, Argentina lost because they were not better than Spain. Do you think they are being sore losers? The former Real Madrid star and Ballon d'Or winner replied, "I do not need to. It is clear that Argentines are unable to respect their opponents, and that is a serious issue. In the last World Cup, they won, but they obsessed more over France than their own title. There were humiliating, pathetic chants targeted directly at the French national team, but also aimed at Mexico, England, and several other countries as well. I do not even like to criticize, but I think that is what you call an inferiority complex. When you constantly focus on rivals from other nations, it is because deep down you feel inferior, so you try to humiliate them." Stunned by the answer, the interviewer remarked that it was probably the first time he had ever heard him speak so harshly. Anyway, who do you think deserves the Ballon d'Or? Would you give it to Messi after his great World Cup, or do you have another favorite? Zinedine Zidane replied, "There are so many players who performed exceptionally well this year, both in their leagues and the World Cup. Messi is certainly one of them, and he is one of the greatest in history. I say this without taking anything away from his work, but I believe other players deserve it much more. Besides, the Ballon d'Or is supposed to take fair play into account, according to its own rules. When a captain cannot control teammates who insult, strike, and threaten the integrity of other players, they really do not deserve that award. The captain's armband is a privilege, but it is also a duty. If you do not stop that behavior, you are complicit." The interviewer followed up with one final question. "So you are saying Messi was not the best, and he is a sore loser. It seems Argentina's behavior really bothers you, and you still have not named your Ballon d'Or pick." Zinedine Zidane answered, "Obviously it bothers me because they targeted my country. I do not like talking about this much because at the end of the day, it is just soccer, but children watch this sport too, and this is simply not the kind of image they deserve to see. Messi had an amazing World Cup, but I think there are still 5 or 6 better players this year. Many are French, like Olis, Mbappe, and Dembele, just to name a few. And my comment about fair play was not meant to offend Messi, but because a few years ago, FIFA denied Vinicius the Ballon d'Or for that exact same reason. So if Messi is a nominee, fine. But FIFA should apply the exact same criteria they established themselves. Or do they only enforce it when it suits them? That was the most controversial part of the entire interview. As we mentioned, Zinedine Zidane had never spoken out like this before, and his anger is completely understandable. During this World Cup, there were literally chants in Argentina's matches specifically targeting and insulting French people. What is more, even politicians from that country stepped in to insult the players, specifically Mbappe. Why bring them up? They did not even play each other. The Frenchman spoke up at the perfect moment, right during FIFA's credibility crisis, claiming Messi did not deserve the Ballon d'Or for fair play, because they realize there is one set of rules for Argentina, and another completely different set for everyone else. We have to be highly critical if we want real, radical change. The Argentine excuse is always that there is a conspiracy against them, but what the football world actually demands is simple respect. And as Sita said, that change has to start with Messi, the face of Argentina, the idol of millions. He is a hero to many, but this World Cup proved that he sadly lacks true character. He does not just let his teammates disrespect others, he shows his people that throwing out manners, humiliating and hitting people is fine. Do not tell us it is not his job, he is the captain. Here are some examples of how a real captain acts. Take Carlos Puyol, the legendary leader of Barcelona and the Spanish national team. During a game, Dani Alves and Thiago Alcantara mocked opponents by dancing. Puyol's reaction? He shut it down right there. Stop dancing and apologize, and they did. Look at another case. German captain Philipp Lahm. In the 2014 World Cup, Germany was beating Brazil 7-1, utterly destroying them. As the game went on, some German players started coasting, laughing, and showing off on the field. What did their captain do? He demanded respect and told them to keep playing professionally. After the final whistle, he made his teammates apologize to the Brazilian players. That is fair play, and that is exactly how Messi should have acted. Let us be honest, when Spain, Italy, Brazil, or France win cups, there is class. They do not insult anyone or throw shade, never looking down on other countries. That, along with winning, is what makes them great. You can win it all, but without respect, you are not a giant. And yes, unfortunately, Messi's reputation has taken a massive hit for many, and not just his. Also, Infantino and FIFA, who keep making up rules on the spot, favoring Argentina, and letting other nations get trampled. It is pretty ironic that FIFA gets so upset when people criticize referees, the VAR, or the organization itself, even handing out fines or ruining careers just for speaking out, yet when they watch stadiums fill with vulgar insults and mockery, not just in the stands, but in the locker rooms and outside the stadiums, they do absolutely nothing. An organization like this is supposed to protect the integrity of the game, not just protect their own pockets. And many legends like Zinedine Zidane are completely fed up. Argentines, stop making cheap excuses. You lost because you played worse. With all due respect to your opponents, the truth is, you did not win cleanly against anyone. Spain, on the other hand, beat France, beat Portugal, beat Belgium. They conquered the very best teams. And you could not even beat small teams convincingly, even with the referees helping you out. Instead of always complaining about threats, you should ask yourselves why you could not properly beat Egypt, a squad that on paper is worth 8 times less than Argentina. Let us look at what you have been saying. Hey, fellow fans. We want to send a big hug and thank you so much for sharing all the great facts and statistics. Let us keep going. Thanks for the great videos. Shout out to Gigi. Hello, we love the work, thank you for these clips. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and both the interview and the analysis gave you some deep food for thought. We are truly grateful for all this growth, and none of this is possible without you. That is our take. The team sends you a warm embrace. Let the ball keep rolling.